So now I want you to take 5 minutes and discuss with your team member, with your colleague, and come up with 3 new customer segments which are different than the one that you're currently focusing on. Okay. So, for example, the team with children who snore might say, well, there are a lot of adult men who snore, or there are people who sleep very little in some areas and snore, and so on and so on.
Okay, guys, if may your attention for a second. They asked me to Kate, because we work a lot with startups and sometimes we discover opportunities for them. So, to show you an example of how you can really transform your market into something very different. We had a case, one of the startups that produces sensors that evaluate whether there is some allergens in the air. Okay, very simple sensor that finds out we have allergens, so it's another safe environment for everybody who is having an allergy. And they had this idea that they can really sell this product to hotels everywhere. You can imagine, premium rooms in 5-star hotels saying, okay, we have the special allergen-free room for you. So it's natural choice. Okay, allergens, rooms, space. But then they realize in some other discussion that they may actually install the sensors in electronic nannies, because moms really care about the environment that the children stay in, and they would like to know whether there are some allergens or whatever else. So they totally switched the strategy from the hotels to devices and electronic nannies. So that's what we're trying to present and show you, that sometimes you really can pivot into totally different segments because your product may be more important for some other needs than initial plans.
Yeah, this reminds me of an even more interesting thing. How many of you have heard of the iRobot? The Roomba, the small round vacuum cleaners. Well, actually, iRobot used to and still does military robots. And at some point, they realized, they have this kind of stuff, brainstorming, and they realized that their technology for, automatically detecting an orientation could be used in a consumer situation. And this is, you can see like how far away from military robots is, but it became like a really, really successful division of the company, which I think like very recently has been split off as a totally separate business. Okay, and otherwise they might have totally missed this opportunity. You want to say something? Yes. Well, it's a different, let's say, use of the same technology, because the core technology is sensors that are used for orientation in robots, and so and you can use it for different things. Okay, let's hear your stuff. Come here. Come here. So we'll have like 2 more teams who want to present the idea. I want you very quickly to tell me like what's your product or technology, what is the first intended use that you had in mind, and those 3 new, whatever you want. Just like don't talk about.
So, hello, I'm Paweł Mączyński from NanoRes company. I'm a co-founder. He's our second co-founder.
You don't have to do an introduction at the ask, okay?
Okay, so I don't do the pitch. We do the diamonds with nanotechnology, and our diamond nanotechnology can be used in for.
What does it do? Your technology? Not what it can use. What does it do?
It does the color enhancement of diamonds.
Okay.
One of the technologies. And this technology could be used in the.
What was your initial thought? Where to use it? What was your initial?
The initial market is.
Guys, please. It's a thing of remember respect. So.
Respect.
There's a bro code, right?
Yeah, so, the initial market, our business model is B2B. So we want to work with the
Who is your initial customer?
jewelry chains and diamond dealers.
Okay.
And jewelry stores, but mainly chains and dealers.
Okay. So what are three new segments that you think might be interested in your technology?
So our technology could be also used for enhancements in medical imaging.
Okay. You have to explain probably a bit about this. Diamonds in medical imaging.
Not diamonds, but our technology for enhancement of diamonds can be used in the medical imaging which would be super duper for patients for increasing the resolution in PET scanners.
Okay. So that's one pretty different use from
that's one
jewelry.
Yeah. The second one is in high energy physics. In the physics experiments, you get which works on the same basis as PET scanners, but in different scale. It could be also used. And then the third application could be in sensing. For example, in airports, you've got scanners in airports, which also works on a similar principle to PET scanners actually, and it can be used there.
Okay.
Because initially I didn't understand actually when you said that it needs to be the same thing in the. Yeah.
The same technology, as so you say like the sensor for allergens. It's not when you do it in a hotel, you package it, you create let's say a box, you package it somehow. When you sell it, to medical field or to other areas, there's going to be a different packaging. But the core technology and the main cost for your company is going to be the same. Okay, it's just like a little bit different approach.
Yeah, the approach is a little bit different because for diamonds we use one technology because the material is so. But for different applications, we can use a bit different technology, but the same principle, and we can go to the.
Yeah. And even without using the same principle, we are building basically a nano lab, so we can use it to do tons of stuff and to do services to industry. So it's not the same technology, it's not the same idea, but with the same application, the different application for the same stuff that we create.
The idea is that, and this is important, it has to be like, at core to be the same technology. I mean, if it requires like the same amount of work, then, it can be as well a totally different business.
But this is a backup for us.
It's not good to have backups as startups. You get lazy. Okay. Someone else. Come on.
Darek Murzyński, RTIT.
Your product, your technology.
Yeah, when we start talking with people about securing the construction equipment.
What does your product do?
Yeah, it's a service which allows to track and monitor construction equipment on the roads, on the construction sites, etc., and allow to reduce the cost of the equipment for the companies who do construction.
Okay.
Yeah.
So right now your target, your initial
yes, this is our
construction company.
Yes.
Where? In Poland.
Exactly. Yeah. On Poland. First in Poland.
Okay.
But
what other segments could be interested in what you do?
Yes. During our talks with people, even in here, we find out that maybe the solution could be interested for how to say in English, I don't know, the sites who are taking care for old people to tag them electronically and monitor this fine.
So old people homes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Or the second one, we came to the idea, for example, where there are schools and they make a trip with children, we could attach tags to the child to monitor if they are safe, etc.
Okay.
Yeah.
And third?
And the third market, we came earlier with this conclusion that if we could monitor and we could, from the central place, monitor something, collect the data, and then predict or do something with it. We could cooperate.
This is basically another use of technology, but for who?
For telemedicine.
For telemedicine?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It exists.
Okay, so what basically we want to do is to force you a little bit to think, take a step back from your product and from the market that you're in or thinking about right now.
Can you share a bit of the spreadsheet?